Alright, so this is my shed. Had to put these pallets up because people were going in there. But can't really see anything in there right now. Well, there's nothing in it anyway, but some brick floor and some of that tree of heaven's growing in there. Got some poison for that, so I've been cutting them down and putting that on the stem when it's real hot out. So that should take care of the ones that are there, but I don't think that's gonna really ever go away because they're coming off that tree. So here's the other door. Yeah, it's in a little bit of rough shape, but it can be fixed up. And then my goal is to see about turning it into a chicken coop, but I don't really have the ability to do that myself, getting the resources like the materials to build it, kind of fix it up structurally a little bit. I don't know if you can really see that, but the roof is, there's a slight concave to it, but it's not really bad. I'm gonna put up joists in there because it doesn't seem to have that. So yeah, just kind of fix it up a little bit. Um, Maybe somebody will go in on that with me as like a joint venture kind of thing. Like if you want a chicken coop but can't really host that, maybe you live in an apartment or something. Could probably arrange something, so you get the materials, I put it all together, get the chickens, and I'll just take care of them. We'll like split the eggs or whatever until it's kind of made up for. That could be a thing. Yeah, got the pumpkins getting huge. I don't really have a good way to give a measurement on that at the moment. Yeah, I don't know when I'll start actually seeing the pumpkins themselves. Somebody was saying that they'll get like 20, they could get to 20 feet long, I guess. So that's going to be crazy. Not sure if I want to use too much more fertilizer on these things unless I see them start having trouble. But yeah, I've been weeding. Haven't had time to sift more rocks and put any of those down. I'm just trying to make sure that everything I want to stay alive is staying alive. Uh, that is cabbage off in that back area over there where I didn't know last time, and I kind of walked through it a little bit. And so yeah, I've been pulling out the stuff in there, being real careful because those little cabbage sprouts are real fragile. And so that's definitely got to be the lettuce, that green patch over there. Yeah, I don't know what, something is right over here, but I don't know what that is. Uh, it could be more pickles. It kind of looks pretty similar to the pickles in this here, and I probably just ran out of room. Kind of did that last minute. I know that. Or it could be melons. I hope it's melons. Yeah, it could use more melons than pickles. Beanstalks getting big. Still gotta add sticks. And oh yeah, the fruiting room, mushrooms, the lion's mane. It's just gonna be real quick. There's not a whole lot to see, but I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty much what I've been doing most of the day. Lights on there. So yeah, started it yesterday. So you can see I got a pot full of water there, and I boiled some water, put it into that pump sprayer. So take care of any chlorine that might be in that, and I can spray the holes of the bucket directly. So I got these 5 gallons. I cleaned them over and over and over, sprayed them with like, some chemicals to get them all cleaned. And yeah, drilled a bunch of holes. I think they're like 5/8 something. No, oh, they're like half-inch holes, something like that. Yeah, you can see I put the plastic wrap there before snapping the lid down. I started doing that just because of this one here. I didn't have one of those lids. And I was like, you know what? Why not do it to all of them? Because the lids are kind of harder to clean. And I'd spent most of my time on the bucket where there's going to be direct contact with the grow medium. So that worked out pretty well, doing that with all of them, giving them a better seal. I wrapped them all the way around a couple of times to cover the holes with some plastic wrap while they colonize the rest of that substrate. So I'm looking forward to it. I didn't think of a good way to seal this at first. I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'll get like those stick-on zipper things and I'll just do something like that. And I could still do that, just use some silicone and tape to like adhere that on both sides, or even fold these over because I left a decent amount of overhang. I really should have built a wooden frame instead of just stapling it to the joists and adding some silicone up there, but yeah, I was kind of in a little bit of a rush. Got so many different projects going on, so that is that. I still need to add some ventilation, just make sure it doesn't get too CO2 saturated in there. I plan to maybe turn this into a switch, and I'll just kind of bypass over to the next outlet and then use that common to put a switch in there to run. Right now, what I got to work with, where did I even put that thing? Well, it's like one of those square fans that go in, exhaust fan that goes into a bathroom. Oh, there it is. So clean that up a little bit, and then I have these filters, and of course I'm losing everything. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, this table I carved years ago. I haven't had time to mess with it, but it's like there's supposed to be a moon where the hole is. I actually do have that inside. I was painting it, and it's kind of like a beach, and then there's a wave out in the distance. That's kind of the water line up there. A little cloud kind of drifting along. But yeah, these are some filters that I got for my truck that actually don't go to my truck. It was a different model. Mine doesn't even have them, so I figured I could use those, just secure that onto the top of the that exhaust fan, mount that, connect it in to the side there, and just use that to put air in. And I guess with this being so open, it should push that CO2 out and kind of get some good airflow, get some oxygen going in there. But I don't think it'll be enough. I want it to get, a intake, outtake fan, and I'd love to have a humidity and temperature, sort of climate control board, maybe that I could connect my phone to. That would be awesome. And yeah, all that in due time. It's just I had plans. I was going to use all that up there, right? That I'd installed. That's awesome. Just show more of that stuff. But yeah, I was thinking I'd put a hatch door kind of right there. Cut some of that out, frame it in, put a hatch door, and then each of those rows, kind of wall them off with like plastic, maybe a few feet in, and then put like a couple of rollout racks. So then you got in the center between those, if you can see, you got that line, and then that one over there that goes all the way down. So all that space in between those, I could just use like a creeper to roll across and open up each door, run the electrical and um, air ventilation up there, get something rigged up for humidity so that way everything's staying all nice and humid the way it's supposed to. And of course, I can even, kind of figure out a way to like separate the ventilation from in there and in the main shop area so I can actually do work and stuff down here, but not contaminate anything that's going into those because there will be the exhaust run and then the sort of filtered intake for all of those spaces. So that's an awesome project I really would love to work on at some point. I'm just between jobs and I don't know. I've been working on a lot of this stuff, and it's like I don't know why. Just to stay busy, I guess. Um, yeah, that's been rough, but I'm hopefully something comes along, and uh, till then, yeah, I'm just gonna be working on this stuff, putting out applications, doing what I can. But that's enough for that for now.